Welcome to the President's Point of View, where we bring you an exclusive look into the visionary leadership shaping the future of education at Florida A&M University. I'm Giovanni Hampton. Dr. Robinson is here today. Thank you, Dr. Robinson.
It's my pleasure to be here.
It's an honor. Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of supporters are looking forward to this conversation, and we have alumni that are striking from the top who are interested in to hear what you have to say.
Well, thank you.
The fall semester is here. Lots of exciting things are happening at the university. Lots of exciting things have already happened. What are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm always looking forward to those new crop of rattlers who are coming in, the first time in college students in particular. We've got a lot of transfer students who are coming into the university. And as you know, we just had a record amount of interest in attending FAMU. It's reflected by over 22,000 applicants for first time in college students alone, right? That gives me a whole lot of excitement when those students come and their parents come. And then as around me today, we see the resident advisors are here for our residence halls. We're not supposed to call them dormitories anymore. The football team is practicing, the volleyball team is practicing, and of course the incomparable Marching 100, they're back getting ready for the semester. And so the excitement is building up. And, seeing these young people come, and the excitement that they have, and the hope that they have to go on to the next level and do the great things that people like you are doing, as well as alumni around the nation and the world, it gives me a great deal of humility first, but also excitement as well.
I mean, and there's been an influx of applications for the fall. What do you think contributed to that? And, just how do we see things going forward?
Yeah, as you heard me say this morning when I spoke to the faculty in our pre-planning event, and as your boss, Keith Miles often says, FAMU's brand is strong. It resonates throughout the land, right? And they're coming to FAMU because they know here they can find the great academic programs and that cultural experience too that helps them get to that next level. We often say to our students, you can get anywhere from Florida A&M University, and that's evidenced by the great achievements of our alumni. And they know those stories, right? And opportunities like this help us to tell those stories even more.
And I mean, record-breaking fundraising, an increase in funds from the Board of Governors. What does that just say about FAMU and the state of the university as it is right now?
Well, it says something about, sustainability, right? It also says something about people's confidence in FAMU to do the kinds of things that they expect to be done with those funds, right? Let's stop for a minute and talk about fundraising. $25.7 million, that's another record. We hit 24 million last year, and we thought that was great, but 24.5, as well as the 24, those are both all-time records. So it allows us now to reinvest those funds in our student success initiatives. It helps us to accommodate some of the special needs of students as well as faculty who are part of the big picture as well. And we're really appreciative of our success and the Florida Board of Governors performance model metrics with $15.7 million out of that. We can now reinvest that in our student success initiatives as well. It's really going to be a great time for us here at the university, utilizing those funds to advance our institutional mission.
And then just going back to fundraising, there was an event not too long ago, Be Out Day in Atlanta, and over $50,000 were raised, $56,000. So how important is it for alumni to also contribute so that we can reach our goal to be in the top 100?
It's extremely important, right? We need to send a message loud and clear to the world that we're going to take care of FAMU, right? Those who graduated from this institution and are doing great things, living great lives, living comfortable. You need to know that today, even in 2023, we have the highest percentage of Pell Grant recipients in the state university system. The need is still there. And so everything that they can do to support these young rattlers, future alumni is extremely important. But not only was that important, the event in Atlanta, they are having them all over the country. Just 2 weeks ago, I was able to participate along with our VP for Development, Dr. Shante Friday-Stroud, and Rattlers on the Vineyard, right? Where we over 50 rattlers and family and friends there to help raise money to support student success initiatives at FAMU.
And then in about 2 months, alumni will be all over campus, what are some enhanced facilities that they can look forward to?
Well, first of all, we have an obligation to support, the needs of our students, the faculty and staff who work here. And we've made a tremendous investment in, upgrading our capacity to house students on or near campus, right? So we just renovated, I call it the South 40, right? We renovated those residence halls with new appliances, furniture, and so much more that we've done to make the students who live on campus more comfortable. We've acquired, 2 apartment complexes adjacent to campus to allow us to accommodate another 240 or so upperclassmen, right, who want to be near campus. And in many cases, they really want to be on campus. But we have to give some degree of priority to first-time in college students, right? And so all of that goes into making the student experience better. It makes the experience of our staff and faculty better as well.
And then for parents who aren't able to get their students on campus, what other options are available to them? And when is the best time to submit an application to make sure you can secure on-campus housing?
So one of the things we did this year, after having some challenges last fall with the massive number of students, both underclassmen and upperclassmen who wanted to stay on campus, is that we moved the process back, right? Where somewhere in the January, February timeframe, those returning students are asked to sign up and get in line for on-campus housing. And that's on a first come, first, get basis, right? First served basis. And so getting in line early is one thing I can advise if you want to stay on campus. But furthermore, we just don't turn them away. We do provide to them other options that are in the vicinity of the campus or have access to get here easier. And so get in that line earlier, pay your deposits and all those kinds of things that are required. The rules are clearly defined, but we did that such that if you don't get the limited number of rooms available for upperclassmen, now you have, several months now to look at other off-campus options.
And I mean, what about students who say, or parents who say, my child wants to attend FAMU, although we may not have the resources? And I know we spoke about Pell Grants earlier, but what about housing? What options are available financially for those who?
So we do as much as we can to support our students. The vast majority of that $25.7 million, this is what a lot of people don't understand, is going to actually go to direct student support, right? It provides monies for tuition and fees, housing, meal plans, all of those things that are necessary for them to succeed here at FAMU.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Lots of events are coming up this fall semester. We could just, going back to Miami pretty soon, Orange Blossom Classic. But so there's like a hashtag. Of course, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with this hashtag. That's on Larry. Have you heard of that, Sam? Okay.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's on Larry. So what's on Larry's agenda this semester? Where can we find you? Where will you be? What are you looking forward to as far as event-wise?
Everywhere, right? I mean, I will be everywhere. We get things kicked off in a week or so. First of all, this weekend, students are moving in, and so I'm going to be around to help in that process. Hopefully they don't consider me in the way. So I really want them to feel welcome to the campus. Next weekend, the weekend of the 25th, we have a really signature weekend. We have our Great Powers Festival on that Saturday, the 26th. But on the 25th, we have a new thing that you guys have appropriately labeled Uncork. It's a reception, with wine tasting and so forth that's going to occur on that Friday evening. But before that, we're going to have the Presidents and First Ladies Ice Cream Social. That's another signature event that's going to occur in the afternoon, once again to help welcome our students to Florida A&M University. Yes, I will be at the Orange Blossom Classic. Yes, I will be at the Florida Classic. Yes, I will be at homecoming, but there's so many other wonderful, enriching experiences that I'm going to attend throughout the semester. I look forward to, the FAMU Connection and their performance, the Essential Theater, and all of the wonderful plays and performances that they put on. I'm going to absorb all of that because that's why we're here, to provide those rich cultural experiences. And I'm going to be sitting on the front row, enjoying these things myself.
And will there be new faces as well joining you? We know we have some new leadership roles, new COO, new provost.
Yeah, so first let me begin with this. We have invited 28 new faculty members to campus this week. And so that's going to add a lot of excitement and really help enrich the student experience. At the administrative level, yes, we're really, really fortunate to have, Dr. Donald Palm to come and serve as the Chief Operating Officer. Dr. Eddington left to be president of the University of the District of Columbia. I'm going to wish him extremely well in, but Donald Palm served as an executive vice president in the previous academic institution. And of course, Donald served this institution very well also. And then we have Dr. Allyson Watson as the new provost and vice president for academic affairs. And I know she's going to do an outstanding job there too. And although you might think she's been here a long time, our new vice president and athletic director, Ms. Tiffany Dawn Sykes, has only been here since January, and she's already doing some incredible things upon her arrival.
Awesome. Well, we are hoping for more SWAC championships this year. I know you are also looking forward to that. Just tell the audience and those watching, what's the hope for this year when it comes to athletics?
Well, when I go to a game, or I go to the game with the idea that FAMU is going to win it all, right? And so if you want to see that, come witness it for yourself. We need our fans in the audience to help encourage these young men and women to do well. I'll be there. In 6 years, I haven't missed a single football game. I might miss one this year, but who knows, God willing. I won't. And so I'm going to be looking at repeating what we saw last year or going beyond that. So we had 3 championships last year, baseball, women's volleyball, and women's tennis, right? And by the way, the volleyball team, they're trying to get a 3-peat. They've already won 2 SWAC championships in a row, and I enjoy every element of that. So I try to get to football games, basketball games, women's sports. All of them are important to me, and I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to try to take it all in.
Okay. Well, you all heard it. Dr. Robinson is going to be everywhere. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. We look forward to having you again on The President's Point of View on the next episode.
Thank you.
From the steps of Lee Hall to the Coleman Library, with the eternal flame at its center, FAMU is encouraging everyone associated with the university to have a brick on the walkway. Students who cross its path see the names of those who have paved the way for their educational experience. Proceeds from the Florida A&M University 21st Century Brick Walkway will support student scholarships as well as other university initiatives. Buy your brick today.
Next, we will step into the world of academia with the Provost's Perspective, featuring Dr. Allyson Watson. We'll explore her new role, her plans this semester, and the landscape of FAMU's innovative, boldly striking strategic plan. Dr. Allyson Watson is here. She currently serves as the Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs at Florida A&M University. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is truly an honor.
Thank you. It's truly an honor for me to be here with you.
Yes, and then your transition from dean to interim provost to provost is nothing short of inspiring just for myself. Could you speak to that transition and what was that like?
Well, if I take it from the top, the day that I received the call from the president's office, I answered the phone and said, whatever you need, the answer is yes. I happen to think that that was going to be a question to take someone to the airport for homecoming, but instead it was the call to serve in this capacity in the interim role. I love this university. I love what I do as a leader and how we together empower and work to a common goal, and that's to boldly strike forward. And so the transition has been a learning curve in some respects because there are other facets of the university that I had to learn quickly. But in some respects, it's been very easy because I've worked with these people for the last 4 years, and I look forward to the work that we're going to do.
And you're making progress with the word strike. You're using it a part of your leadership roles. How are you
Absolutely.
using the word strike? What does the acronym mean?
So as a teacher, I always look at something that can stick with people that denotes the power in what we'll do. And so strike is very simply put in 6 absolute formations of how we're going to strike together. First, S is strategic priorities and initiatives. How are we going to encompass the boldly striking strategic plan, our performance-based funding metrics in the state university system, our marching to the top 100 in U.S. News and World Report, and our climb to R1 status in the Carnegie classification. T is for trust. We have to build trust in our internal and external stakeholders so that not only do we trust one another in the work that we're doing and what we produce, but our external stakeholders say that is FAMU, that is leveraging the brand, and that's why we trust it. R is for responsibility. I know how important it is to set a goal and then be accountable for reaching that goal. So we take responsibility in what we mandate and what we put forth to our faculty, for our students, and of course encompassing our staff. I is for innovation, because you truly cannot make changes without being innovative and creative. And so that comes in the form of research, that comes in the form of teaching and service. K is for having that everlasting knowledge, knowledge that we gain in professional development, knowledge that we gain in reading, in literary circles, and improving ourselves. And then lastly is E for excellence and engagement. We want to engage in our community, our state, the nation, and the world. We know that FAMU produces outstanding alumni. We know that our faculty have research prowess and academic proficiency. And so we continue to engage in that with excellence.
Awesome. The fall semester is here. Lots of wonderful things are happening on the campus. What are your main goals? What are you looking forward to?
I'm so inspired by this group of freshmen. I had the opportunity from the very beginning of our first time in college orientation to meet parents and students from all across the state of Florida and all over the world, actually, that are coming here. 22,000 applicants with 1,500 selected freshmen. I am inspired that they chose FAMU. And what I'm hoping for is that from the time they step on this campus, the time that they graduate in 4 years or less, that they will have learned and grown as individuals that can stand up and stand beside any of the nation's top universities and be better, or at least overachieve with other university status.
And what would you say about some of the innovative ideas or research projects that have taken place recently, how they contribute to the overall success of the university?
Well, we just received a huge endowment from Google. We have 4 endowed Google scholars, 2 endowed Google students in computer science. We are working on a Hewlett grant where our College of Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities and our College of Science and Technology work hand in hand with humanities and STEM to really bring about change for our learners. I'm excited about the Women in STEM that we have at the university, carrying on the advanced grant funded by the National Science Foundation. All of that trickles into the classroom, and our students are reaping the benefits and the rewards. So that's exciting and innovative.
And I'm glad you mentioned STEM. I mean, STEM Day this year, over 1,000 participants. What does that mean as far as bringing more prospective students to the university to be interested in STEM?
If STEM Day does not ignite the flame in others, I don't know what will. To have 1,000 students from across our region and our state come here and learn physics, chemistry, hands-on science and experimental learning, and have their parents learn about what FAMU is and what FAMU can do for them, that pushes our movement forward, and it truly helps us strike, and strike again in academics, in an understanding of the sciences, and an understanding of what students need to come to the university.
And I know, just going back 2 years ago, COVID changed a lot with learning, and we have a lot more online programs. Is that expanding? Where are we with the online programs?
We really had the opportunity to grow and develop in our online footprint. And so now we've learned a lot. 532 of our faculty are certified as online professors. We've increased our online capacity in classes by 800%. And we're launching the FAMU Online. We're working with artificial intelligence. We just had a session with our faculty to learn how to engage with it, what it means. We know that online is the future. And here's what I say about how FAMU Online can help us. We have students that want to come to campus and be a part of the Tallahassee community, but we have students around the globe that can be FAMU Rattler alumni through our online programs.
That's right. Thank you so much, Provost Watson. It was an honor to have you here on the show, and we look forward to having you again.
It was for me.
Thank you for watching The Provost's Perspective. Next, we will have a conversation with the Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Donald Palm.
On the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida, sits a university that produces legends, neurosurgeons, business executives, princesses, comedians, movie moguls, NFL players, broadcast executives, and conference champions. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. You can get anywhere from FAMU.
Right now, you're getting an exclusive with Dr. Donald Palm. Many of you are interested in having a conversation with the COO, Chief Operating Officer. Well, he's a special guest today. Welcome.
Thank you
Welcome,
for
Dr.
having me,
Palm.
Giovanni.
Thank you so much.
Glad to be a part of this interview.
Yes, and you're returning back to FAMU.
I am.
That's awesome.
I am returning.
You left as a professor, and also Dr. Palm was the provost and vice president at Virginia State University. Is that
Yes,
correct?
I was. Yes, I was. I spent 20 years. In 1995, I came to Virginia State University. Excuse me. I came to Florida A&M University as a young professor, and spent 20 years here as a professor, going through the professor ranks, and also serving as the associate vice president and provost, Florida A&M University. Then I had a wonderful opportunity to join a fellow faculty member who became president at Virginia State University, Dr. Makolo M. Abdullah, the 14th president of Virginia State University, brought me up as his provost and executive vice president, and served Virginia State University for 7 years in that capacity.
Wow, awesome. And what is the transition like from professor, vice president, provost, and now chief operating officer at FAMU?
Well, Giovanni, what a journey. It truly has been a journey. And I spoke this morning. We're really blessed of what FAMU gave me with regards to the tools to transcend and really work through those particular processes, going through excellence in teaching and becoming a full professor with my research, moving into the administrative ranks and really being mentored by the best. Fred Humphreys, Dr. Ammons, as well as Dr. Robinson. Really having a good opportunity to work with those individuals and learn from the best. And then taking those experiences to Virginia State University to have impact there. And really spread my wings at Virginia State University, becoming the executive vice president where I was in charge of academic affairs, student affairs, the police department, institutional effectiveness, also IT. It really gave me an opportunity to really broaden my horizons and really manage those particular areas. And there's something to be said about opportunity and the preparedness comes together for success. Mm-hmm. And when I was asked to return back to Florida A&M University, within that 7-year period, I was able to really achieve a lot. But under those particular types of management programs, I was able to really build my resume, but also be prepared for this return back to FAMU. And I tell you what, there's no better place to be than coming back at FAMU. To be here at the #1 public HBCU, it truly is a dream come true. And so I'm very excited about really providing the impact that I can to Florida A&M University to really take it to the next level.
Well, welcome back to the Hills. We are excited to have you. How excited are you for the fall semester? I mean, it's here right now.
Well, you know what? The blueprint is made. The blueprint is with our strategic plan, boldly striking. And I'm so excited as far as implementing some of those and many of those particular priorities that we have for the strategic plan. But more importantly, once the students come back, that's what really gives me my excitement, the student success. I think with student success, the opportunity to really transform those students, provide opportunity for them to go out into the world and become the alums, the rattlers that we know that they can be. But I'm also excited about homecoming.
Okay.
It's been 7 years since I've been back to a FAMU homecoming, so I'm excited about being part of the homecoming as well. So I'm really excited about that.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Last year we had Good Morning America here. It was a wonderful turnout, wonderful thing. So I'm also excited about homecoming this year. What about expectations? Yeah. Do you what are some of those expectations, and can you just
well, one of the things I really feel I'm very interested, and I'm very I guess dead set on really raising the expectations, not only for the level for the administration here at the university, but also for our students. We know that it's a competitive world out there. When I say raising the expectation, that doesn't mean we're gonna drop them off and have them get there. We want to make sure that they reach the expectations that we have. And so when I talk about excellence, right, we know what that looks like. We know what excellence with Karen looks like. And so one of the things that I'm going to be working on and really chairing is our Servants Excellence initiative that is part of our strategic plan that really is going to enhance our profile when we talk about customer service. And so I know that that's going to have impact on the university. I know it's going to have impact on recruitment, faculty retention, staff retention, as well as our alums' satisfaction with the university.
And then for those who are curious to know, hey, what's a chief operating officer and what exactly does that entail? Could you break that down for us?
Right,
as well?
So one of the things, again, with the chief operating officers, we have some wonderful administrators in place. The chief operating officers really helps the efficiency of the university. It helps the university run smoother. It really gets down into the weeds where there's some bottlenecks. It really helps with the president going out and raising the profile for the university, but also helps pull together the administrative staff to work together for the betterment of Florida A&M University.
Thank you. And if you could just leave us with 3 things to remember moving forward, what your main priorities are this semester.
Right. So the main priorities, of course, is to really enhance customer service.
Customer service.
Customer service. The other one would be, again, student success.
Student success.
And also a winning season.
A winning season. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Palm. Thank you all for tuning in to the Conversations with the COO. We will see you next time.